What's going on, Gamecock Nation? It's your man, Gamecock Chuck, and I am back with my preview and prediction video of Rivalry Week. Before I get any further, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of my content. Like I said, share, help me get this content out to all Gamecock fans out there. Help my channel grow. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is Rivalry Week, baby. The 118th all-time meeting between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the cow-tipping, goat-riding hillbillies from Pickens County as they come down to Columbia this weekend for the game. Should be a good matchup. Clemson leads the all-time series, 71-42 and 4 ties. Clemson's won 6 straight. Good thing we didn't play them last year because it would have been 7 straight because our team absolutely was garbage last year. So good thing we didn't do that. So this year the rivalry is renewed because of renewed since last year's being canceled due to COVID. So looking forward to getting this rivalry kicked back off this year. So I'm joined today by my oldest son, Zach. He's going to give his little preview and prediction on the game as well. So looking forward to hearing his thoughts. Both teams come into this game. Clemson's 8-3 on the year. They struggled quite a bit this year on offense. They've had some injuries on defense. Well, on both sides of the ball, actually. Had some injuries on offense and defense. Had some guys transfer for whatever reason. They come in, I guess, a little disappointed in the way they performed this year. The product they put out on the field and the way their season has gone so far, but they still have, some things to play for. They got the ACC championship game. If they can, if they get some help from NC State tonight as they take on the Tar Heels, and Wake Forest Saturday as they take on Boston College. So Clemson still has a shot to get into the ACC championship game this coming up next week. So South Carolina, we put a team together this year, kind of like a ragtag group, because when Shane Beamer took over, he really didn't have a whole lot to work with, because the previous staff didn't leave him in good shape. So, he did an excellent job with what he had to work for. Leading us so far to 6 wins on the season, getting us bowl eligible for the first time since 2018. So kudos to Coach Beamer and his staff for getting us there. It was awesome to see. Still got this one game to go, this rivalry game. So this is going to be a good chance for us to improve to 7-5 on the year. So looking forward to the game tomorrow night at 7:30 on the SEC Network. So if you can go to the game, if you're lucky to get one of the tickets, if you're a Gamecock fan, get there early, be loud, be rowdy, and let's help the Gamecocks get to victory, man. It'd be awesome to end the season, or to end the regular season on a good note. Like I said, Clemson, their offense this year has not lived up to what they used to. DJ Uiagalelei, he's not been very proficient this year, or he's not been playing to a high level like what everybody thought he has. He struggled. He's also suffered an injury that he's playing through right now. I believe he's got a knee injury that he's playing through. So kudos to him for that. He's doing a good job, fighting through that pain and stuff. But he's not been the quarterback everybody thought he would, coming into this year, taking over for Trevor Lawrence. I think Justin Ross, he's been injured this year, so they haven't had him, a big-time playmaker at wide receiver. Got a couple guys in the backfield, Will Shipley and Moffa, I think is his name, is one of their running back. And then they got another running back. I can't think of his name, though. But they got another running back that's pretty good as well. Kobe Pace, that's what it is, Kobe Pace. So they got him as well in the backfield. So they got an outstanding duo there as far as running back. So, but they've been kind of hit and miss on the offense this year. They struggled at times, not really put up a whole lot of points that they've been accustomed to in the years previous. But but they come into this game, coming off of a couple wins, hot streak they've had going here lately. So they coming into this game. They know it's a rivalry game. They know it's a big time game, so they're gonna be ready. On defense side of the ball, they, like I said, they've been hurt too a little bit here and there. They got Skowski, excellent linebacker. They got a awesome defensive line, Xavier Thomas and Miles Murphy, and all them guys up front. They're loaded up front. They can get to the passer. They can disrupt the backfield. Talented bunch of defensive linemen and linebackers with Spector, I think is his name. And like I said, James Skowski. The secondary is pretty talented as well. So it's going to be a tall task for Coach Beamer and the Gamecocks this weekend. As they square off with Clemson. When you look at South Carolina side of the ball, offensively, it's been a real struggle this year. Couple games we've had some success. Some games it just looked awful, looked dreadful in my opinion. So we got to get our offensive line playing good, playing to the level that we played against with Florida and against Auburn. I know it wasn't pretty early on against Auburn, but eventually we came around and was able to put that game away. So from an offensive standpoint, we got to play better in the trenches as far as offensive line, because we know Clemson's going to be sending the pressure. Brett Venables, he knows how to dial up pressures whenever he sees you struggling. So it's going to be a tough task for offensive line to block. But then also it's also going to be on Jason Brown's shoulder. He's got to be able to step up in the pocket when he has to, and also he needs to get outside the pocket when he needs to as well, when the pressure's coming up the middle. So it's going to be on his shoulders as well. Hopefully he can take care of the ball, extend plays with his legs, and make some good throws, and don't hurt us, don't put us in a bad situation. The Florida and the Auburn game, he did an excellent job of not hurting us. Well, actually he did a good job in the Missouri game too. He didn't really put us in bad situations too often. So he's going to have another one of them performances. Running backs, it's time for Kevin Harris, Zaquandre White. Hopefully he can have another game. Them guys need to get on track early and get big plays, keep getting chunks of 5, 6, 7 yards a run. So it's very pivotal that we get the run game going early in this matchup against a good, solid Clemson defense. The wide receivers led by Josh Vann. But in all honesty, he's pretty much, it seems like, our only option at wide receiver. So it's time for, people like EJ, DK, Nick Muse, the tight end, Jaheim Bell. It's time for them guys to get involved in the offense this week. It's very key that we get them some touches, get them the ball out on the perimeter, or get them going downfield and, hit some good routes, some good passes there for some explosive plays as well. So, and like I touched, this is Jason Brown's fourth start, so we need a great game from him. Just don't put us in bad situations. I think we'll be all right. Clemson's defense is, you can't score on Clemson defense, so it's not like they unscorable on. We can't put up points on them. Special teams, I think South Carolina has an edge there. I read somewhere where Clemson's like one of the worst teams on kickoff return coverage and stuff like that. So special teams should be a slight favorite in South Carolina's favor. Clemson does have a strong field goal kicker in Potter. I think his name Potter. Yeah, BT Potter, whatever his name is. So they got an excellent kicker there. He's pretty solid. So, but we also got one too in Parker White. So he's come on here the last couple of years. So should be an interesting matchup there as far as special teams go. What you got to say on this, Zach?
So I think our offense has to come out hot tomorrow night. So Jason Brown's gonna have to make some good plays with the passing game, and then run game we got to get outside with White and also Harris. Get them outside and create some run plays. O-line has to block well, obviously. And then defense, I trust the defense. We just have to stop the run game. I feel like we have the edge on the passing game. We just have to stop the run game. And then I think the crowd's obviously going to be a big factor. It was big against Florida, and now it's getting even bigger after a big win against Auburn. And it's obviously sold out now. So, yeah, I think the crowd's going to play a big factor. So, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I didn't mention the crowd, but like you said, Florida game, we was there for that, and it was pretty loud, and it was pretty rowdy the whole game. I wasn't there. I didn't make it to the Auburn game, but the Auburn game looked pretty rowdy as well. So it's time. The crowd's got to, like Shane Beamer said, like Coach Beamer said, we got to show up, we got to be loud, and we got to stay for the whole game, and we got to be rowdy and disruptive as we can be. We got to bring that extra element to the game, that to put us over the top, to help put us over the top, These players, they feed off of positive energy as well as negative energy. So if we're not doing good and the fans are all down and leaving, that's going to give the team a negative a feeling well, and they're not going to perform well, and they're just going to pretty much give up as well. So we need the crowd to be there and be loud and let the Gamecocks know that they're there and they're going to feed off of the energy, and hopefully they perform well. But as far as the game goes, this game can go many ways. And it, like Zach said, if we can create turnovers, that would bode well for us. That would be huge for the Gamecocks, in my opinion. I think we got to play a clean game. Can't be causing stupid penalties, costly penalties. I know it's a rivalry game, and there's going to be a whole lot of smack talk on the field. There's going to be a whole lot of tension, but the Gamecocks have to control their emotions. They need to control the emotions during the game. I mean, it's fine to play with some passion and aggression and emotions, but we got to know when not to cross the line and put ourselves in bad situations, get stupid penalties and stuff like that. Like I said, we got to take care of the ball, no stupid penalties, and we also, like Zach said, we got to get our run game going. That's very pivotal, in this matchup. So I think if we can do them areas, if we can take care of them areas, I think it'll be a very tight game. But if South Carolina goes out there and continuously shoots itself in the foot, this game could get away real fast. I'm talking about like Tennessee fast. This game can get away real fast from South Carolina, and they can find themselves in a bad situation, even before halftime, in my opinion. So we got to go out there. Coach Beamer's going to have to get the troops ready. He's going to have to get them ready, prepared. Hopefully, we got a great game plan in place, and ready to execute. And hopefully we can execute it to the highest level, to put a good product out there and put us in a good situation to compete, and not only to compete, but to give us a chance to win this game. So with that being said, like I said in several of my videos, I don't think South Carolina has an opportunity to win this game personally. I've been wrong in my last 3 predictions, I think it is. I predicted Florida to beat South Carolina, and I was wrong. I predicted South Carolina to beat Missouri, I was wrong. I predicted Auburn to beat South Carolina, and I was wrong, of course. So, with that being said, well, before I even say mine, go ahead and Zach, tell them what you think your prediction is going to be, get some of the keys.
I'm going to say 27-17 South Carolina. I'm going to go with an old school score. That's how they used to. That's usually what the score was whenever they won 5 straight. Usually was like 27-17 around there. So I'm just going to go with that, and I think the crowd's going to be a big factor.
All right, I hear you. Like I said, I'm sticking with, I'm going against South Carolina. I hate to say that because anybody that knows me knows how much I dislike that team from the upstate, the old Tigers. So, but I just, like I said, I'm going against that. I'm going against South Carolina in hopes that I'm wrong again. Hopefully I'll be wrong for the 4th time in a row. That's what I'm hoping for. But I think South Carolina's going to end up losing this game. I'm going to say I'm going with a score of 38-21 is what I think. I think Clemson will cover the spread. The spread's 11.5. So I think Clemson will cover the spread. But I pray that I'm wrong, and I hope that South Carolina wins. I will be watching this game. Me and my son, we will be watching it and trying to be as rowdy, as loud as we can here at the house. So hopefully Gamecock Nation will be in Williams-Bryson doing the same, being rowdy and loud. So with that being said, like this video, share, comment, subscribe to my channel if you ain't already subscribed. Hit the notification button. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and your prediction on this video, on this game. Not video, on this game. And until next time, let's go Gamecocks. Beat them Tigers, baby. It's your man Gamecock Chuck, and I'm out.